Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is July 27, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in today. All right, looking at the S&P 500 E-mini futures, the futures are trading higher by about 5 points right now to 2168.5 per contract. It's a good little pop. The big news today is on two fronts. First, it is the Apple earnings. Apple's having a very, very good reaction to earnings. And then you have the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. today where they will make their interest rate policy for the United States. We'll hear their comments. Nobody is expecting them to raise rates or to lower them. What the market is really expecting, just to hear some verbiage of what they possibly might do in the future if we haven't heard enough of that already. But again, all eyes will be on the Federal Reserve today as they make their interest rate policy statement at 2 p.m. All right, let's get started here. First name we talked about is Apple. Apple is receiving a positive reaction to earnings. Stock closed at $96.67. It is now trading at $104.21. So this is a very, very good pop for Apple. I will have gap levels for this stock once the opening bell rings, but nonetheless, stock is catching a pretty strong bid this morning, and we'll keep this on the radar today. Now, in sympathy to Apple, you generally get what we call some movement in a sympathy play. QRVO is one of the names there. That is trading up nicely higher. Again, I don't think this has all that much upside to it, so be a little bit careful here. You don't want to chase these names. Skyworks Solutions is another name. Stock closed at $65.87, now trading at $68. This is catching a bid on the back of the Apple news. SRUS. This is also trading higher. This is trading at $43, closed at $40.75. Then you have Broadcom, which is better known as Avago. This stock is trading at $166.85, closed at $163.44. And then you have Jabil Circuits. JBL is a ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at $20.50, closed at $20.33. So you can see how these Apple suppliers are all catching a bid on the back of the stock. We'll watch Apple today pretty closely. Personally, I'm going to have some levels for Apple, some gap levels, so they will be posted up in the intraday stock chat room at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at another big popular name here, TWTR, which is Twitter. Stock is getting hit today, closed at $18.45. Now it's trading at $16.40. The only level that interests me for Twitter is $15.75. So if it gets down there, I do like a bounce play intraday, and these are all intraday scalp levels given. So please understand how to trade the day trading market. But if Twitter gets down to $15.75, we will look to play that on the long side for a bounce. Let's take a look at another one here. Akamai Technologies. Stock is trading sharply lower from yesterday's close, closed at $58.09. You can see the stock now at $51.10. I'm going to try to have some gap levels for this. Right off the opening, right out of the bat here, I see this stock coming down into that $50 level. That might be attractive, but again, I think a little bit lower may be better. But I will have gap levels for you posted up at 9 o'clock for Akamai. Next on the list here is going to be Citrix Systems. Ctxs is the ticker symbol. Stock right now is trading at $87.20. There is a lot of news besides the earnings. It looks like it is going to merge with LogM, and this is LogMain Inc., and this stock is catching a huge bid off the news. You can see this stock closed at $69.71, now trading at $84. So they are going to merge their company with GoToWebinar or GoTo products, and again, this is causing LogMain to get a huge bid today. Ctxs, which is Citrix Systems, right now trading at $87.20. This closed at $89.33. I don't see any upside in the name today. All right, let's go over to Juniper Networks, Jnpr. That is the ticker symbol here. Stock right now is trading at $23.74. This is a networking stock, much like Cisco Systems. Stock closed at $24.22, so it is down a little bit. Only level that interests me would be around $22. If it got there, then maybe there's a scalp bounce. If it doesn't get there, nothing we'll do with it. There is a big merger. This was announced yesterday. Analog Devices, ADI, is going to be buying out Linear Technologies. This was announced yesterday. Both stocks were halted toward the end of the day in yesterday's session. Now today, you do have analog trading higher. This is the acquiring company, so I can't see much upside here. I think this is due for a pullback or even a sell-off once the noise gets cleared. But LLTC had a huge move yesterday, and today it really is just going flat as the news is already baked in. But nonetheless, nice move for Linear yesterday, and stock is trading around 60.55. Closed at 62.49 yesterday, so it's down ticked a little bit. Analog Devices is still up, but I don't see any upside there. In fact, if we get a good enough pattern, we probably will look to fade Analog Devices. So we'll keep that on the radar. Next on our radar here is going to be Boeing. We will have gap levels for this one. Boeing having a nice little uptick, though. Closed at $134.85. Now trading at $137.55. I will have gap levels for everybody in the intraday stock chat room in a little while. Next up, we have Anadarko, APC. I believe they had earnings as well. Stock right now is trading at $54.75, so there's no movement. We'll keep this one on the radar. ILMN, which is Alumina. Stock right now is trading at $148.98, closed at $150.10. So this is down ticking a little bit. Not much we're going to do with this move. We'll watch it once the opening bell rings. We'll see if it does present an opportunity. Let's take a look at Garmin, GRMN. Garmin's having a real nice move today. If the stock does get to around $54.25, that is a short play on a scalp basis. Until then, it's overbought. I would not touch it up here at all. But if it does get to that level that I mentioned at 54.25, there would be a short scalp. Until then, not much I'm going to do with it at this point. Coca-Cola, I believe, reported earnings as well. Stock is trading at $43.99, closed at $44.88. If it got down to around $42.35, I would be a buyer there. So keep that on the radar for a scalp. That level mentioned should be pretty solid. Let's take a look at Corning, GLW. This is trading at $21.96. This is coming back in, closed at $21.71 yesterday. Again, resistance, there should be a ton around $22.40, $22.50. So again, if it does get back up there, there should be big resistance there. But other than that, nothing to do with the stock right now as a play on the charts. Let's go through the list here a little bit more. We're going to take a look at Mondelez, MDLZ. And what you're going to see here is the stock right now is trading lower at $44.50, closed at $45.25. So we're going to keep this one on the radar today. A little bounce level, I think, that's in the stock would be around $43.50. If it gets to $43.50, I think we got a little play there, and another level would be $40.25. So you got two scalp levels for Mondelez. Northrop Grumman, I believe, reported earnings, but again, this is a pretty sizable move. Stock closed at $218.35. It's now trading at $223 a share. This is overbought, but it may still go a little bit higher. Sometimes this name can run a little bit more. On certain days, it doesn't really trade 1 million shares a day on average, so you want to just watch this, but it could still have a little bit more takeoff to it. Let's take a look at Ryder Systems. Ticker symbol is R. Stock right now is trading at $67.50, closed at $69.75. Nothing we're going to do here with Ryder, but we will keep it on the radar today. I do have levels, but they are lower. All right, let's jump over to the gold market. Gold futures are trading sharply higher. They're up $9.30. Crude oil is down 7 cents today. And again, that's what we're looking at here. If you take a look at the GLD, which is a good gold ETF, you're going to see that gold futures with that big liftoff only have the GLD trading at around 126.20, closed at 126 yesterday. So again, a lot of that gold move is already priced into the GLD already, because gold closes at 130. The GLD trades all the way till 4 o'clock like a stock. Okay, with that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. We will have gap levels posted up in the intraday stock chat room right at 9 a.m. If you want to come along and trade with us, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. We had a great day yesterday. We're going to look to keep that going again today in the chat room. With that being said, everybody, have a great session, and we'll see you on the charts.